Hello, Elise here and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach my sister Ellen here and you guys at home how to make granola in your Thermomix. Now, welcome, firstly.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be filming a little video with you.
The dynamic duo here today.
I do videos, Lisa's videos, but we've never done one together.
Because so often I'll teach Ellen something or Ellen will teach me something and we always think, wouldn't it be brilliant if you guys at home could see this too, because if I'm learning or if Ellen's learning, you guys probably could learn too.
Yeah.
So we picked the granola guide because at the moment I'm obsessed with guides. Ellen can attest to this.
And obsessed with the granola.
Obsessed with granola, yeah. Breakfast, lunch, snacks. I did eat it for dinner once. So granola's a win and the guides are a win. Because, I've written hundreds of recipes, right? And I'm like, what is gonna add the most value to you guys? It's the guide. Because you can use whatever ingredients you have on hand, whatever's in the pantry. I don't want you going to the supermarket and buying ingredients, spending more money. We are making your life easier. So that's why I love the guides.
I love the guides too.
Well, that's good, because
that's why I wanted you to teach me this one, because we all have different tastes, we all like different flavors, and even when you buy muesli, which doesn't happen on granola often, we always, make it. But it's there's always something in it that you're like, oh, can I just take that bit from that one or that bit from that one?
Exactly.
So this is going to be the perfect one.
Whether it's the flavor, you don't like something, or whether
you want more
it's
in it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. You want more of that.
Not the good stuff.
Yeah.
Or allergies. There's an ingredient that you can't eat, or maybe the nuts. Your kids can't take to school, whatever it is. So this way you can tailor it to exactly what you guys want. First off, for the granola, we want to have a flavor. Now, cinnamon is popular choice.
Oh, I love cinnamon.
I know you do.
So where's the cinnamon?
My favorite is actually the vanilla bean.
Okay.
So we're going to go with the vanilla bean. Exactly.
No, that would be delicious.
But whichever one,
Okay.
same steps.
Yeah.
Okay, so vanilla bean. Always cut it in half before milling it in the Thermomix. Did you know that little trick?
No.
There you go. So in the Thermomix bowl, should have actually turned this on, and we're going to mill it down to a really fine powder like we do with cinnamon sticks. And I find that you've got to give it something to throw against, right? It's too small in the bowl, you're just not going to get that fine powder. So by adding 20 grams of sugar here, I'm using raw sugar. Use whatever you want.
I was about to say, could you use any other type of sugar?
But you're any type of sugar. Have a nice.
Oh, I can smell that from here.
Doesn't that smell good?
Oh, that vanilla smells so good.
It smells so good. I mean, obviously you can use vanilla extracts, vanilla bean pastes, blah blah blah. But honestly, nothing is better than the real thing. So, mill that flavoring down. Of course, if you don't want to use the flavoring, you don't have to. You can skip this step.
Oh, okay.
But it's always a bit nicer. It's a bit nicer. So we're going to use 200 grams of nuts. Here I've got a mixture of blanched almonds, hazelnuts, and macadamias. Because that's what I like. 200 grams. Now, I know that someone's going to ask this question. It's 200 grams of nuts total.
Not 200 of each.
Not 200 of each.
Unless you really like nuts.
Well, then you're just going to have a bowl of nuts.
Oh, okay. And then it's save all the rest of it.
Exactly.
Just
eat some nuts, okay? So we've got our 200 grams of mixed nuts in the Thermomix, and what we're going to do is we're going to chop them down.
So you can do as many as you wanted in assortment, and just 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Every nut.
Or I could just do hazelnut.
You could just do
I do like
hazelnuts.
hazelnut.
You do like hazelnuts.
Okay.
So we're gonna chop these on turbo speed because I want them chopped down a little bit. You don't want the whole nut, but I also don't want them milled to a powder. We've got them chopped down. So we've got whole ones, we've got milled ones.
All different sizes.
I'm gonna tip it right out so I can just do that. We've got the works, which is what I like. Some variants. Okay, fabulous.
I still smell that vanilla.
Smells good.
Smells good.
Better than when you stuck your nose in the tin bowl after you chopped onions earlier.
Yes, that did happen earlier today.
How'd that go for you?
Rookie mistake there.
So
I need you there teaching me then.
So, okay, we've taken the nuts out. I'm not washing the tin bowl because, as you know, my life's mission is to do as few dishes as possible.
Yeah.
So whenever we don't need to wash it, we're not washing it. Kept it dirty. Now, we need a sweetener for our granola. So the sweetener and the fat component, they kind of melt together, coat everything, give it that really toasted, crunchy, sweet deliciousness,
yum.
right? Use whatever sweetener you like. Honey, maple syrup, probably even use golden syrup, rice malt syrup.
I was just saying rice malt.
Of course you were, jeez.
Gone through them all.
So we're using honey, and this is actually honey from my bees, so I'm very, very attached to it and very happy to be using it. But interestingly, what can happen to honey, especially if it's good quality honey, is it can crystallize over time. So this is from last season. Now, you're not going to want to spread that on your toast, right? But I do not want anyone at home thinking that their precious honey is ruined or they need to waste it. Use it in a recipe like this, because when we melt it down in the Thermomix, it returns to liquid and it's no problem that it actually was crystallized.
Yes.
Now, fat. Again, with our sweetener, we can use heaps of different options. Coconut oil, macadamia oil, lactose olive oil, butter even, any fat component that doesn't have a really strong flavour. So actually, the one that we've been using a lot of lately is this flavour-free coconut oil. So gives the
From Melrose.
So it gives all the benefits of coconut oil, but it's not overly powering flavour-wise because not everyone wants like a coconut granola. So
Such a good oil to cook with.
yeah, we've been using it. Hey, what else did we use it in recently?
Oh,
the
like
spreadable butter. Not that you've made that one yet, because I've been making
I don't
it
need
all
to
the time. Exactly. The spreadable butter. Yeah. So again, this is the Melrose
you don't
one.
want that to
Yeah.
taste like coconut.
So so in the spreadable butter, I mean, this is not the spreadable butter video, but just run with this. You need the coconut oil to make it set in the fridge, and we don't want coconut flavored butter, so this is the one that I'm a fan of.
Maybe you can teach me that next time.
Maybe.
That recipe is free on the blog.
It is free on the blog. The spreadable butter that's actually dairy free, has no butter in it whatsoever, and no crap in it, as the title suggests.
I was wondering if you were going to say that. I was like,
So back to that is melted.
Oh wow, look at that.
Look at that. So now that's melted and delicious.
It's going to coat everything really nicely.
Coat it beautifully. So now we're going to add the rest of our ingredients.
Okay.
So we've got rolled oats, unsurprisingly, 300 grams of those. We have also got a mixture of seeds. Now I have included literally all the seeds. We have got pumpkin seeds.
You really have.
Literally.
I was like,
all
I can see
seeds.
like 5 different.
No, like literally.
Yeah.
Okay, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, sesame seeds.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so healthy.
That's what I would do. I would go all of them. It's like, why not? Yeah.
Like if you got them in the pantry.
But yeah,
why
if you didn't
not?
have them all, then just do whatever's in the pantry.
Exactly.
I like
Exactly.
you guys.
Love the guides. So that's a mix. I think it's 200 grams of that
All together.
all together. Not 200 grams each. That's again all seeds. Now we've got dried fruit. What did I do? 150 grams, a combination of raisins, currants, and shredded coconut.
Ooh,
So I
yum.
included shredded coconut as my dried fruit. I feel like that's fair.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, coconut's a fruit.
I think so.
Or is it a nut? We're going to go back in with those chopped nuts from earlier.
Okay.
Okay. So
Careful,
now,
there's just a currant there.
oh, there is a currant.
Yeah, a little rolled
Currant. So what we want to do now is we want to mix this, reverse V3, don't forget the reverse. I do not want those oats chopped up. And we're just going to coat everything, mix everything.
Yeah.
Should have kind of
Oh,
mixed everything
yum.
together. And you can see, you probably can't see actually, let me just see. if
I
can
can
up.
see.
Ellen can see, that's the important thing, right? It's kind of a bit wet now.
Yeah.
So what that says, and like a bit like it's kind of
That
clumping
looks so
together
good
a bit.
already.
That just shows that like it's all coated, you know, so
Okay.
it's ready for the oven. So what we have done, which we haven't told you, is put the oven on, what was it, 170?
170.
Yeah, 170 fan forced. Okay, can I have some baking mats?
Yes.
No, I mean baking trays. But
Baking trays with mats.
baking trays with mats, yes. Get these out of the way.
Here's one you asked me to prepare earlier.
Fabulous. Now, if you have got baking mats, you're a legend, use them. If you don't, baking paper is the other option. One of those two, because you don't want the granola to stick to your tray. So, first off, 2 trays. Definitely 2 trays.
That's why you asked me to prepare
It is.
2 earlier.
Oh, look at that.
Do you want this one here?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, 2 trays. The lazy person in you is going to say, no, I can totally fit this on one. I can see this happening already.
The efficient person.
The efficient person,
Thank you very much.
and the aversion to dishes we both have will mean that you want to try and do it on one. It just doesn't get as crunchy when it's like crowded on top. You know, can't when you roast vegetables and you shove a little pumpkin on one tray.
Yeah,
Just
get
eat
like
do a million times.
Yeah, and then I'm always like, why is the skin not crunchy? Like, why is it not crunchy?
Why is it steamed when I roasted it?
Yeah.
Because I just laid all the pumpkin. So we want to use 2 trays here, okay?
Okay.
Got it. So half the mixture on each tray.
Okay. Do I just pour?
Go for it.
Free pour?
Yeah, it's free pour. I mean, if you've got a tray with sides, that can be a bit easier, but flat trays, totally. So exactly as Ellen's doing, we are spreading it out across the tray kind of evenly.
I know, I'm really scared to make sure this is half after that.
Well, I mean, maybe just like a little bit more.
Okay.
I mean, whatever, just
Don't put it all in one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that looks
so
divine. So now we're going to whack it in the oven, and we're going to toast it for 11 minutes. And then at the 11-minute mark, what's going to happen is it's going to start becoming golden around the edges, but not in the middle.
Okay.
But we want even. So I want you to get your spatula. Yeah, silicone thermi spatula, the best one. Ready. And you are going to basically like fold the outside bits into the middle, and then like basically giving it a stir.
I was gonna say, am I stirring?
This is a video on how to stir.
How to stir.
So you're redistributing, stirring, like.
But I love the commitment
get it
to the
even.
cause that you wanted me to know why I was stirring.
I do. I want you to know.
Okay, let's get in the oven.
So the granola is out of the oven. It smells delicious.
It does.
You can see it's a really nice golden color now. So it's gone from being those. Thank you. It's very hot. It's gone from being those pale oats and nuts to being nicely toasted, and because we gave it a stir,
I was gonna say your instructions on the stirring
it's a
were perfect. I could tell you have to get it all in, fold it over. But I think I've done it wrong.
I think you have
easy
to, because it's
Perfectly golden.
Perfectly golden.
I just want to eat
So-
it. It's
I
so
know.
hot. It's like just come out
Like
of the oven.
literally
just.
very hot. So what we do now, we wait for it to cool. We wait for it to cool fully. No, be impatient. Wait for it to cool fully before we put it in a jar. Otherwise, it kind of steams up and it loses
Oh
that
yeah, I've done
crunch.
that before.
Haven't we all? So wait.
Thanks for making me feel better.
Yeah. So wait for it to cool fully on the trays. Then bunch it up, collect it, pick up your baking mat, and just pour it straight into a jar. Sit it on the bench, airtight jar. Keeps for a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
I mean, you know, unless you eat it. At a
Although
rate
remember,
I do.
this is only half.
It's only
half of what we
yeah.
just did, because
Yeah.
because I'm like that. Yeah, we did double that.
Yeah. So I would say minimal effort, and given you get 2 trays that size, significant output.
Oh,
Worth it?
Yes, definitely. Thank you for teaching me, because normally I would be like, granola, that's looking too hard, it looks like it's too much effort, but you have made it so simple, so quick, so easy, and I feel better having seen
Seen
the
it,
process. Like now I feel like it's
Do you know
it's
how many
achievable.
times she says to me,
I was
"Oh
like,
no,
can you make it?"
can you make it?" It's like it's just too much work, too hard. And then like every time I show it, like hummus, literally every time, she's like, "Oh, can you just make it? It's too hard. I don't know how to make it." I'm like, "It's hummus." I show you,
and I'm like, oh,
Oh
is that
my
it?
God.
Oh, the best.
and you taste it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, it's worth
The
it."
best recipe I think of with that is your roti bread recipe
Oh, yeah.
in Everyday Further Cooking.
Yeah.
And Elisa's always like, make your own roti, and I'm like, no way. She showed me it once. Now I make my own roti bread every time I eat
Without
curry,
fail.
which is
Yeah.
like once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just like you just got.
Whereas in my mind, I was like, I'm never making roti bread. That's,
that's
way too hard. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
not.
thank you. No, this is not. This is easy, and
Brilliant.
I'm excited to eat it.
Good. Well, I really hope you guys at home valued as much from seeing us make this as what Ellen has. If there are other recipes you want to see us make, me teach Ellen, or Ellen teach me.
Maybe the roti bread. Maybe I'll
the
teach
roti
you
bread.
now that I'm a pro.
Exactly. So anything else, you let us know. Facebook, Instagram, email us, whatever. We love hearing from you guys, because you know the whole point of us doing what we do is to make your life easier and more enjoyable. So please tell us how we can do that.
Yeah.
Now this recipe is fully written with all the instructions, available free for everyone on our blog over at elisealexandra.com. So please go and check that out. Also at Elise Alexandra, we have our brilliant silicone baking mats and our brilliant thermo spatulas. So they're not necessary for these recipes, but they certainly make life easier and more enjoyable.
For this recipe and a lot of others.
A lot of others. Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, guys, and happy cooking.
Thanks. Thank you.
Aww.